Anyway, thank you very much indeed for everybody for watching. Here we go. This is Hot Takes and Cold Comfort.
Oh, yes. My favourite part of this show.
Yes. There we go. We have some music that goes with it. Thank you very much to everyone for tuning in or just being there and being a patron and having in your live, illicit, slightly filthy lunchtime treat. So Hot Takes and Cold Comfort, in which we take the fervently expressed views from our YouTube channel and give them a proper airing. Keep on telling Mark not to look below the line, but this feature...
Now you've just created a feature which is entirely based on looking below the line.
First this week, someone called Donkey Trousers, enough said, acutely identifies the power dynamic illusion given by putting clips of Mark's reviews on YouTube.
Does the other bloke ever get to speak? It's called Kermode and Mayo's take, but Mayo never gets more than 1.5 words out.
That's true, but that's because the clips are clips of Mark reviewing the film, and I don't do the review of the film. Anyway, thank you, Donkey Trousers. I'm thinking the music is a little loud, so if you're in charge of the music, can you just... Thank you. Chris M. envisages an exciting world of subterfuge and political wrangling in which a Hollywood film studio's PR or legal team applies pressure on a podcast for some reason.
Okay.
I would bet reasonable money that the sidestepping of the politics during the interview is a briefing from the studio's PR and legal teams.
Thank you. Now, I can tell you, just as a, in the interviewee's defence, just in general, they are usually reluctant to talk politics. This might be because of The Running Man, but in general, they put the politics in the film so they don't have to talk about it in an interview.
Yeah.
Particularly Americans who come over, they don't want to be saying what they actually think.
And in fact, Edgar did say this because I had a message with him afterwards in which because he'd listened to the interview and he said, yeah, because the whole point is what I want is people to go see The Running Man, and then if I'm putting the politics in the film, then that's fine.
Yeah.
But if you start talking about the politics outside of it, that's Edgar thinking for himself. No studio is telling Edgar to do that, and believe me, if they tried, they wouldn't last long.
On the same subject, Mr. Tickleberries is so desperate for some wokeness to annoy him that he's made his own up.
Okay.
Surprised they haven't made it into The Running Woman.
Yeah, which they haven't.
No, they haven't. So well done for being cross about it.
I'm really furious because they haven't done the thing that you would hate anyway. Thanks, Mr. Tickleberries. Neil Sunley, proper name, dug back into Mark's thoughts on Netflix series Chaos from 2024, based on classic Greek mythology, and it made him very angry.
Pure misandrist propaganda. A woman has no respect for a man who clearly treats her well, wants to leave with no goodbye or explanation like a coward, and they try to write it like she's the victim in it all.
Nice mug.
Nice mug.
That was very good. Who's got the dog?
It's my dog.
My dog. It's your dog.
Somebody's just posted something through the door, and I'll just let me just shout, Jessie, Jess.
This is an ultra bonus.
Hang on, I'm going to stop it. Hold on.
Okay,
Jess!
this is great. Okay, so Mark has just walked off a live show just to sort the dog out. Okay, so I mean I could do a time check. I suppose
back.
It's 12:56. This is a Take Ultra special. Here we go. Now, where do we get to? Oh, yeah, we've just done the twat mug. Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
Someone called MacMikeJ2G did not like Mark's observations of American politics in The Running Man.
Okay.
People like Mark understand that the media are manipulative, and yet never consider that their views are a result of the very same manipulation. Did the belief that Donald Trump is a totalitarian come from his own fair-minded consideration of the facts, or a demagogic, desperate-for-views journalist somewhere?
Oh, I've been found out.
Yeah, that's where they came from.
Yeah, no, it's not him sending ICE agents to pick people off the streets and immediately deport them to torture camps. It's not that, no.
No, it's demagogic, desperate-for-views journalists.
Whatever it was that they said, yeah.
That's right. Exposed. Whilst, okay, so Stephen 3006.
Really?
No, yeah. Quiet, Jesse.
Yes, shush.
While Stephen 3006 questions the very idea of criticism itself.
Okay.
What is this for? Do we not have our own tastes?
I love the wardrobe being used here. Similarly, Mark's less than positive review of Now You See Me, Now You Don't inspired Jacob558 to make some kind of a point.
You're an a-hole. It's a great film, so how dare you say that it's not? No one made you watch it, apart from yourself.
That's right. No one made you watch it.
Apart from it being my job, but
Yeah, how dare you say it's not when you're a hole? Ben Ellison seems somewhat frustrated with Mark in general.
okay.
This guy hates every single movie that I like.
Nice cap. But not as frustrated as Rideau, who, after Mark reviewed Predator Badlands, drew quite the conclusion.
Okay.
Torsa, you're ruining this country.
That's right, because all of the problems that you might think that we have here and there, just a few, are your fault, Mark. You are ruining this country.
Is that how the Treasury leak happened? Because I didn't like Predator Badlands.
The Carpenter's Son inspired a good deal of correspondence this week. Some of it was carefully considered discussion around the Apocrypha.
Apocryphal and yes, so apocalyptic and apocryphal not being the same thing.
No, absolutely
Yes,
not.
precisely.
But the Apocrypha, capital T, capital
Yeah.
A, and the varied historical accounts of the life of Christ, and some not. Here is a very normal response from GM5DDX.
Okay.
More BBC Satanism, thanks.
This is my favourite. More, in case you didn't hear it because he was wearing a horse.
He was wearing a horse's head.
More BBC Satanism. Okay, well, I mean, that's very interesting and incredible that you still think this is on the BBC. So, you know this thing where you paint... That's not... See this thing?
It's firstly not on the BBC. Secondly, not Satanism. And thirdly, not more of it.
But apart from that,
Well done.
GM5DDX, spot on. And the final word on this week's Hot Takes and Cold Comfort goes to Patrick Holt, 2270, on Mark's review of Sisu, Road to Revenge.
Yes.
Marvellous. Hooray for anti-communist bigotry and Russophobic hate-mongering. Sisu goes fascist is what I'm hearing. Way to stoke the reckless, wrong-headed war psychosis on behalf of US geostrategic imperialist aggression and the US empire's intrinsic international white supremacism, you dumbasses.
I think I know that guy. I think I was upstairs in a pub with him in Manchester in the 1980s.
So, this is Russophobic hate-mongering.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, that's
Yep.
right.
And I of course am a famous anti-communist.
That's right. But remind me, so it was the Russians had invaded.
They did.
They had done the invading.
Yeah.
Had the Finns invaded the Russians? No. It was the Russians who invaded.
Invaded the Finns.
And so therefore,
Yeah.
yesterday on Greatest Hits Radio, we played Rasputin by Boney M, which finishes famously.
Oh, those Russians.
There you go. Well, pretty much. Yes. That's a useful summary of the movie. That's it for Hot Takes and Cold Comfort this week. Another Take Ultra will be with you in 2 weeks' time. Reminder of all the cool stuff on Patreon, Hall of Fame, behind the scenes. Lots of great photographs, lots of videos of Mark in action. And going up tomorrow, what happened when Mark Sanjeev came round, stood by my jukebox and sang. Would that be right? I think that's going to go up tomorrow.
I think you played the bass, Sanj did Elvis, and I just stood next to him laughing my head off because I think it was just the funniest thing I've seen in a long time.
And I know we're 2 minutes over and you've got to go back to work. So just to repeat, so the Christmas show is on the way. You can get some tickets. It would be lovely to see you. There are still some tickets available for our big show, December the 7th, Prince Edward Theatre. Mark will be dressed in a spangly dress. That's what he's promised.
That's not happening.
No, that's not happening. Anyway, but thank you very much indeed. Take us off air.